It's hard to believe that Jean Thomas is 102 years old when you see her rolling down the halls of her retirement residence. Jean has a hard time believing it too. Inside, she feels like she's about 50.
I have no idea why I've lived this long.
If a generous heart keeps you young, well, that might explain it. Volunteering is in her DNA. Jean worked for Revenue Canada for many years as an accountant and tax auditor and still volunteers with a program that helps people who are unable to fill their tax returns. She still does close to 20 returns a year.
Terribly important. So many people, when they're faced, it's a psychological thing, I think. When they're faced with our return, their brain goes dead and they panic.
She's also been involved in scouting for about 70 years.
Well, unfortunately, I can't crawl into a tent anymore. Every Remembrance Day, I organize the scouts.
Her giving nature earned her the Saskatchewan Volunteer Medal in 2002 and the Governor General's Medal for Volunteers in 2017. Jean's originally from Indian Head, Saskatchewan, and says she had a happy, simple childhood with sports, church, school, and music. A lot of music. She still leads a sing-along at her home.
We sing some gospel songs, some old-time favorites, and some crazy songs, like I Have Lost My Underwear.
Proud of her family and her children, she has lived many years without the love of her life, Hugh Thomas. He died 68 years ago when he was only 33 years old.
My husband he was a senior officer in the Air Force. My life I've lived all around the world. And our permanent home, our house was in Ottawa. And when my husband died, I came back to Saskatchewan, and no one will believe it, but I prefer the weather out here.
Jean has so many stories to tell, but when asked what might have contributed to her longevity,
I was always active. I've been an athlete all my life. When I was, as a student, I played sports and skated and played basketball. I think if you keep your muscles and your body healthy, and I don't smoke, and I'm allergic to alcohol, so I'm a very cheap date.
but when asked directly, what is your secret?
And I have one simple answer. Just keep on breathing.